So, saying good morning to everyone that is already gathering in this moment at this live meeting that we all come together for a deep moment of awareness. Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Good to see you all just joining this meeting that we will share our soul, our heart from a very deep space of awareness, a true meeting. Hello, I'm already receiving a lot of hearts and fingers and everyone saying hello. So please feel my gratitude for everyone that is joining here for this deep moment of awareness and really coming together, So hello, 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 hello. I'm reading here. So they are saying that I'm without sound. Do you hear my voice, everyone? Can you please say yes? Especially on Facebook. Can anyone write me if you are really listening to me, my voice? Teresa, are you there? Can you please tell me? Hello, hello. Yes, okay, I already received. So hello, everyone. For the ones that you are gathering just today, I will explain. This is a meeting where we will use this time of quarantena for most of the people around the world to use this time to really grow together, to really grow into our awareness and to see what do we need to deal with ourselves. So when we come back to normal life, what we call normal life, how can we become the ones that we know that we are? So these meetings are meetings to remember our true essence and to remember how to reconnect again what really matters first for ourselves and then for life. So this is not a space for politics discussion. It's not a place for complaining. It's a true place where we will dive deep inside of each one of us into awareness to face our wounds, to face our difficulties, and especially to celebrate our qualities that we already all have. We all are sensitive beings, multidimensional beings, full of wisdom, and we just need to remember how to unfold that and open so we can really live from our authentic self. Authentic self is what we really need more than ever, is to come back to our authentic self in normal life. And it starts by us each day, first with the relation that we have with ourselves, and then with our intimate family, the ones that we most allow to come in, and then with the people that we work and the friends that we have, and then even with the people that we don't know, but we somehow interact. So every day we will start with the same meditation. Then I will expose the theme for today with some techniques to help you to deal with that theme. And then I will answer some questions that you can post here on the Facebook or in the Instagram. Teresa and Natasha, they are working directly with me and they will send me the questions. And then we will end with a meditation too. Yesterday we spoke about authentic communication and authentic exposure and how brave we need to be to do that. The ones that you are already in 10 days, 1 month's quarantena, 5 days, be aware that when we are closed in the small place, with the same people for a long time, or even alone, all the unconscious emotions and thoughts and belief systems, they start to be activated. So if you want, just listen the video from yesterday, because it really helps. And then we have a lot of gratitude message saying how helpful it was. And you can use these techniques with your family, in your house, and with your co-workers too. It's amazing video explaining step by step how to really expose your emotions and thoughts without engaging in a conflict. Yes. So everyone, hello again. Everyone is coming. So everyone, put your feet on the ground. We will start to ground ourselves so we can then open our hearts and soul, so we can really we can really meet all together from a very deep space of our true essence and authentic being. So put your both feet on the ground. Take a deep breath. Sit the most comfortable that you can, and the ones that you are in meditative position, just feel if your spine is totally aligned. And the ones that you are in the chair, put your both feet on the ground and be most comfortable that you can. Take a deep breath. And another one. And another one. And if your mind is really busy and you can observe there's a lot of thoughts and even feelings in this moment, just take a deep breath and focus your attention on the breath coming in and coming out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And now you can press the ones that you are with your feet on the ground. You press the feet on the ground. And the ones that you are in meditation position, you feel your body against the ground. And you breathe in, breathe out, and sense how solid is this ground under your body, under your feet. Breathing in, breathing out. And now just visualize Pachamama, planet Earth, Earth under the feet, under your body. And visualize all the rivers, all the mountains, all the deserts, all the flowers and plants, the snow, the beach, the waves, the clouds and the stars, the moon and the sun, waiting for us, waiting for planet Earth to rotate. Breathing in, breathing out, visualizing all our brothers and sisters, animals, and our brothers and sisters, global community of humans, no matter the color of the skin, no matter the language, no matter the status or social position or financial situation, just visualizing all of them. Breathing in, breathing out. Just sensing that even if you are indoor, how everything is so alive, breathing all the time with us through the oxygen and the pulsation of planet Earth. Every moment is a pulsation of life, and nothing stops, always holding us, embracing us, sustaining our life all the time. Breathing in, breathing out, visualizing how everything is just alive all the time. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling that connection that no one can steal from you and that no one can give you, because it's happening. It's just a question of how you become aware of it. Breathing in, breathing out in this connection of life streaming, the river of life, pulsation of life with everything surrounding us, supporting us. Press your feet on the ground and feel again how solid is this ground holding you. Take 3 deep breaths. And one last deep breath. And open your eyes. So hello, good morning everyone again. Welcome to our online meeting, awareness online meeting. This meditation that we do every day is a meditation that I call the grounding connection meditation, where we allow ourselves always to remember this deep connection of being alive. We are not separated from planet Earth, but it's the opposite totally. We breathe together and everything in life is here pulsating on every second of our existence. And somehow, because of the way that we were raised by society and by our family, nobody was calling a deep awareness into that. Hello everyone, to that connection that we need to recover it. And maybe through these moments of solitude and being totally closed, we can start to give more attention for what really is important in life. And we really need to step out of our dreaming and our isolation and our only needs and wounds and fears, so we can become much more present for ourselves and to life itself, to others, and to our planet. And I hope we can all take this time together to really look inside and to see and to find, first of all, our true essence. And during these online meetings, we will go through layers of conditioning, of how we were growing, and our traumas and our belief systems that doesn't allow us to feel free and to really be free. That's why so many people, they tell me, Satya, I have everything in my life, working with people from every different status and economical classes, from people that they don't have any money and we work totally for free, from people that they are more wealthy that we can imagine, to politicians, doctors, lawyers, mothers, teenagers. Everyone is looking for the same thing, that is true freedom of existence on themselves, true capacity of relaxation in themselves without the fear of judgments and criticism, and to really allow themselves to be who they truly are, to really live from an authentic place. And there's a way to do this, and the only way is through deep honesty, when we start to self-inquiry and self-observation, when we start to detach from these thoughts and feelings, and we can really see what is under all these wounds, needs, and belief systems. Today, the theme is loneliness and solitude, especially because we are in quarantena, and I have received many questions about I'm totally alone at home, and it's really hard for me to be alone. So yesterday we had a question of the opposite. I'm so good at home alone and I'm afraid to come out. What does it mean? How can I deal with that? In the video from yesterday you can see and read about this question. Today is the opposite. I've been on Skype calls with people that they feel really alone, and they are really alone at home. First, because they lived alone. So when quarantena started, they were already in their normal life being alone. And then others, they really needed to go and to be alone because their government said that after 65 years old, they needed to be alone. So what is loneliness? What is solitude? Why maybe for you is so hard to be with yourself? First of all, loneliness is different of solitude. Loneliness, it means that there is a need in our unconscious, and there is a need in our emotional body and in our mind, unconscious body, not the rational, the unconscious body. There is this need emotionally and mind, unconscious body, that was not fulfilled. What does it mean? Does it mean that maybe for the ones that you were raised by parents that they couldn't be present at home because they were working, or they spend a lot of time out, and when they would arrive, they couldn't give you the proper attention that you were needing because you were feeling so lonely during the day, or because they had their own problems that they couldn't heal before. For example, addictions, and addiction is not only alcohol and drugs. Addiction is addiction to toxic relations, to TV, to be numb, to be in a big depression. So they couldn't get the true healing for themselves, so they couldn't really be present for you. And that need that you had from your parents, or the ones that they were with you raising for proper attention in your childhood, is still living inside of you, is still vibrating. And it means that you went through life always trying to search for attention, but somehow you couldn't receive what you were looking for in the normal daily relations, because nobody in adult life will fulfill that wound that was created in your childhood. But if we do the work, the proper work to heal that child, that wounded child that is still living inside of you, you will step by step recovery that child, and she will trust that you as an adult can really support her, and she can trust you again. So today we will have some exercises for the wounded child that didn't receive proper attention in the exactly moment that she needed. This doesn't mean, pay attention, that your parents are bad parents or they were bad people. You know, normal people, human beings, we all have our wounds. And most of the parents that really hurt children, that they are negligent, is not because they want, it's because they don't know how to do better, and they themselves, they don't have the proper care and healing that they need. So for centuries and centuries and centuries, we are dealing with parents and that they are wounded child and wounded children. And now in this time of mankind, we have all these techniques and all these possibilities for healing of the ones that they really want. So maybe you will be the first one. Sorry, something happened here. Oh, and I'm so terrible. I miss Teresa and Natasha. Honestly, what is going on? Ah, here it is again. Teresa and Natasha, I really miss you, my darlings. So please just give me fingers or trees that you all are watching me. Okay, so everything is going the way it should be. Okay, so so the wounded parents are the ones that they needed help and they couldn't receive to. So for sure, there's a lot of forgiveness work that you need to do with your parents, and they will need to do with their own parents. And maybe you are the first one in your lineage that has the possibility or the willingness to really heal yourself and to heal your ancestors. Another theme one day during this quarantine, it will be the forgiveness work, but not today. Today we will stay with this loneliness. So it's very common that there's this sense of deep loneliness in most of us, that even having a partner or having kids or family, there's this place inside of us that normally we don't want to touch, we want to avoid. That's why we go to addictions. Why? Because somehow the addictions to food, to alcohol, to drugs, to sleeping pills, to exercise, everything that helps us to run away from this deep sense of loneliness. So no one in society till some maybe 10 years ago would speak this openly and would say there's a way to do this. And the reason of all these behaviors is because somehow we feel so uncomfortable, and we are so afraid to lose the ground, to feel sadness, to feel pain, to feel anger. So this intense emotion, even to feel love, to really feel love, to fall in love again, to surrender to life. We are so afraid to be hurt again that somehow we need to numb ourselves. And of course, when we do this, how can we not do that in our relations? It's who we are in that moment. It's how we are living. So the wounded child is very common in most of us. And loneliness for the ones that you are already in these mysterious and philosophies, areas of spirituality. If you believe, and it doesn't matter if you don't believe or not, I will speak about it, and if it resonates inside of you, fantastic. If it doesn't resonate on you, it's okay too. One of my points of view is that we are multisensory beings. So there's no past, no present, no future. Everything is happening in the multi-dimensions of the universe that our rational mind doesn't even touch it. So there's a lot of realities that we somehow, we don't have rational mind perceiving it, but somehow they are living in our being. And from that space, sometimes people that they are more sensitive and sensible, they can feel it, but they don't understand what is it. So there's some loneliness in those deep states of feeling, of being so sensitive and so sensible. So this loneliness is that need that is not fulfilled. That is that need that is not recognized. That is that need that is not acknowledged in the moment. So it's in our consciousness, but somehow it provokes deep states of emotions and feelings, and then starts to create certain patterns of behaviors to call our attention and to somehow to create strategies of self-defense so we don't feel so much. We are so afraid to feel, so we need to numb. So for the ones that you are feeling that this conversation is helping you, please put some signs so I can move forward. So you can put stars and hearts and moons and planets, fingers, whatever you want. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So resuming the loneliness in a very short term, and loneliness means that there is a need that is under our rational mind that normally comes from a deep wound that was created. Thank you so much for your manifestation. Thank you. I'm totally feeling your presence through this communication. So this loneliness normally is calling our attention for this deep wound that we carry since our childhood, and for the ones that you believe there's other lives happening at the same time, or for some in past lives that I don't believe it's past, it's multi-dimensions happening at every same level, second level, at every second. It means that we need one day to meet this wounded child and to wounded parts that they really need attention to be recognized and acknowledged by yourself, by your true awareness that is already ready to work with it. So, solitude, it means something different. In my perspective, in my perception, solitude means that we have the capacity already to be out with ourselves and to really appreciate our own company. Because there is already a certain level for some, doesn't matter how big is your level, but a certain level of true awareness, deep awareness of who you are, where the needs and the wounds, they don't shout already so much because you already gave some attention, and you are already melting all these layers of conditioning, layers of wounds that they are working inside of you. It means that there is a part of your being that is becoming more and more conscious about who you truly are. So you have the capacity to hold yourself in any moment, in any relation, and especially when you are only with yourself. So it means that there's a big awareness already having space and time to vibrate. Doesn't mean that you don't have wounds. Doesn't mean that you don't have unconscious parts. Doesn't mean that you don't need relations. It means that you already have a space and time inside of yourself where your true awareness, your true authentic being can become more present and more present for yourself. And when we already are in that space of true solitude, there's a peaceful state inside of us. No matter what is going on if we are alone or if we are in a relation, there is already a capacity of observing what is going on first with ourselves, thoughts, mind, and emotions and feelings, body reactions, and not react from it, but really just observe and not to become attached. And when we are relating with others or in the situation, we have that capacity. We don't engage directly on the conflicts or even in the conversation. There's a space that we can really feel what is going on and to act from a very aware space, from a deep space of true awareness. So solitude means that your authentic being is already becoming much more present and you can really enjoy. So I will repeat, doesn't mean that you don't have wounds, that you don't have obstacles, that you don't have blockage, that you don't need people. No, you can still have everything, but you already have this presence inside of you that you don't engage in these attachments. Yeah. So yesterday I was receiving a lot of people feeling lonely. I will speak first about one exercise for you to deal with loneliness in this deep state where you lose yourself for that place of loneliness, and you can work with your wounded child. And then we will move on to practical things that you can use, especially if you are alone now in your house and you are in quarantena. And then I will go to questions. So before I go to this exercise, everyone, if you want to get a pen and a paper, or you can again see the movie at Facebook, just go and get it, okay? I will answer all these questions. Yes, you can. So please keep on posting the questions. So when I arrive to questions, I will answer everything. So get the pen and the paper, or you can you can see the video after at Facebook, Working with Satya Live. So everyone, take a deep breath. And before we go to the exercise, please just put again these symbols, hearts, trees, stars, fingers, planet Earth, plants. So I really engage with you and you engage with me, and with symbols you are saying that is being really useful, this talk. Okay, everyone. Fantastic. Okay, sweethearts, my beloveds, thank you so much for your manifestation. We are together. We are really together in this. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, first exercise that we will work with our wounded part that feels lonely. So everyone, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And another deep breath. Take one last deep breath. And open your eyes. First of all, for this exercise, you need to be deeply honest with yourself. Any work that you do with yourself, you need to be the most honest that you can. There's always a part of ourselves that lives in unconscious. So you need to be the most honest. And honestly, without honesty, what we do is only create movies, and we will work with the movies that we create. So there's no other way. The most honest that you can really face who we are, what you have inside, the more material you will have to really go and heal and to melt all the blockage and all the places inside of you that really need awareness. So first key is honesty. And then another key is when you feel nervous or fear, when we are touching some states inside of you, some dimensions of your being. If you feel nervous, if you feel the need to run away, if you feel the need, to do something else, or a strong sense that I need to stop, it means that you are touching a very important part that needs attention. So what I will suggest to you is, when you start to feel all these ways of taking you from that place, is to really ground yourself again back and put maybe your hands or feet on the ground, and you do this to your hands, so you come back to your body and you don't go directly into the emotions. Normally what happens, we are emotional activated, so we become fast, or we just go to totally numbness. And what we need to do, so we keep on becoming present, is to slow down and to touch the body. Coming back to the body will help you to stay present. Yes. If it's a lot of anxiety, you can start to touch your arms or your face. So you help your nervous system, that they are in every part of our skin here. He reaches there, and you are touching the muscles and the nervous system to slow down. So you do this very gentle and very calm. So you calm down yourself. And if you feel very nervous, you just put your hands in your heart and maybe in your belly, and you breathe there. And you really breathe there. And you press your hands and you take a deep breath again and again. And if it's too much, you breathe out. You don't breathe in when it's really strong. So I will guide you now. So you can find for yourself, when was the first moment that you remind that you felt lonely in your life. So everyone, close your eyes, take a deep breath, press your feet on the ground, or your body that is seated in lotus position or in a chair. You can feel the heaviness of your body against the ground. Feel the grounding of your body. Take a deep breath and another deep breath and another deep breath. And now it's a dark night full of stars, and just look to the dark night full of stars, so bright. And maybe you are seated or just lying down on the floor, looking to this beautiful dark night full of stars. Breathing in, breathing out. And now you will ask to this dark sky full of stars to show you in one star what was the first moment that you can remind yourself of feeling deeply lonely. Take a deep breath and you ask, please show me the first moment that I felt deeply lonely. Breathing in, breathing out. Anything that comes to your mind is valid. The first image that comes to your mind is valid. Breathing in, breathing out. And the ones that you don't have any image, it's okay. Just look to the stars. Don't judge yourself. It's totally okay, and it's totally normal. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath. Find a way to say thank you for that dark night full of stars. that is sending you the memory of the first time that you felt alone. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. So, for the ones that you couldn't remember the memory or any memory that you felt really lonely, it's very common, and please don't criticize yourself. You don't have anything wrong with you. You don't have anything that is not functioning. Everything is functioning and very well. It means that there is a big trauma somehow around that, and your nervous system, for your survival, he needed to block that memory. So during this quarantena these days, we will work with that. Okay, just acknowledge that, okay, I couldn't remember. So I would like to receive symbols for the ones that you remembered some image. Can be from childhood, can be from your teenagers, can even be from now, this moment of your life. Please just give me a symbol. Could you receive an image of the moment that you felt lonely? Okay, everyone. Very good. Very good. Okay. Some people are writing it was from my childhood. So thank you so much. So with that image, you need to see what age were you in that moment. Can you all try to write me the age? No, doesn't matter what was the age. Try to write in Instagram direct and Facebook direct what was the age, so I can be more specific. Childhood, very, okay. Let me see. Right, just write age. Childhood, teenagers. Okay. Don't be afraid to be honest. Be honest. Yeah? Just be honest. Let's go. Let's work together. Let's use this time that we are in quarantena to really work with ourselves so we can come out of this much more aware and free. Let's do this together. All the ones that you are here, let's do it. We are in the same boat here that calls awareness, that calls to become more free, more healed, and more present inside of us. Okay. So the next part of the exercise is you don't need to do now. I will explain so you can do every day at least for 7 days. If you can do for 21 days this exercise, perfect. Okay? You have so much time. Don't waste your time in so many Netflix and Facebooks and Instagrams and the same talks about the situation. Use this time to really work with yourself. And sometimes it's only 20 minutes per day. So the exercise is, you have a pillow, you put a pillow in front of you and you sit in one chair. Not to do now. You will not do now. You will just listen to the exercise so you can use at home by yourself. So you will put a pillow in front of you and you will sit in front of that pillow. And first of all, you need to ground yourself, and you can do the grounding meditation that we use opening these sessions every day, the same grounding connection meditation. You can always see this Facebook video, and the meditation is there, or you can even put play and I can guide you, and then you stop when I finish. And then you will visualize yourself at the age that you saw yourself in this star. You will visualize in that pillow that little Satya, Maria, Tatiana, Teresa, Marta, Natasha, Miguel, João, Oleg, Michael. You will visualize yourself in that age, but you are with your eyes closed, breathing in, breathing out. And when you visualize yourself in that age that you found, you will look to that small you, and you will observe how is that small you, how that person is behaving, how that small you are feeling, or even adult you is really feeling in that moment. And you say, do you want to say anything? Do you want to express yourself? And you allow that small you, big you, to really bring you his feelings to you. And maybe your small you, big you will start to speak to you, and you will feel and you will see how that moment is still blocking you. And you will see through the expression of that part of your being that will bring so much awareness for your relations, for your the way you relate with yourself and others, how you block yourself, how you play small, how you are not brave, or how you overwhelm people, how you become needy and aggressive because you don't get what you want. So you will see in that moment where you started to feel lonely, how that is still alive in you, and you allow that part of you to speak with yourself. And many times the child or the big you starts to say how they feel, how angry they were, how they felt when someone did this to them. Normally a lot of parents. Yeah? And even if you are really small baby, how you felt so lost because nobody came to hold you when you were crying, or no one could come to change your diapers, and you felt so cold and wet. And when you were 3, 5, 6, 7, how angry you were because your parents couldn't really play with you. They were not there for you. And you will see how that message, how that information is still living inside of you, and how they have true consequence still in you, in the present moment, in your relations, in the way you feel, in the way you behave. And the next step, and you give time to this is not 1 minute. You really listen. And then the next step, when you feel that the child is already, and the child can cry, that child can cry, that child can shout with you, and you will feel inside, you will visualize, you will hear even the words and the sounds, and you will feel in your body sometimes her pain, his pain in your body, how she felt. And then the next step is you tell to that child or that wounded part of yourself, I totally understand you, but now I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Come here. Come here. I can hold you. I can really embrace you. And you grab the pillow, and you put the pillow like a baby, and you do this. And you do this, and you do this. And you talk with that child, and you talk, I know that is very painful, or whatever you want to say. I know, but I'm here for you. Now you can trust me. Now you can trust me. You can relax. I can fulfill your needs now. And you stay there for a while. You really stay there like a true child in your arms. And if you need to cry, you just cry. And if you need to shout, you just shout. Yeah. If you need to be in silence, you stay in silence. And if you do this at least for 7 days, you will start to see how you start to open and open in a very tender way, then conscious, and how you start to bring more awareness to that part that is wounded and needs true attention for yourself. And then when you feel that you are calm and the child becomes more still, you say, okay, now we are done. For today, we are done. I will meet you again tomorrow. I will meet you again tomorrow. And then you put the pillow and you move on to your next moment of the day or the night. Everyone, this is true work. The ones that you are here in this meeting online is because somehow you felt the calling to be in a place, in a space of true inner work, because you want more freedom for your beings. Not only you want more life. You are life. There's no other way. You are alive. You are breathing. Even if you are sad and in pain, you are life. But something in you are really deep desiring, is truly longing for more freedom. And freedom comes through this awareness of these painful places inside of us that we carry. And we are, through these meetings, opening ourselves to this more conscious presence inside, of more awareness, and how to liberate us from these wounds and blockage that they are very deep, even if we don't are truly aware, but they are the ones who drive us, and they make us to feel and to think and to behave in relations and with ourselves. So this is an amazing exercise that they have true results in your life, and you will see. So it's very good if you do 7 days. It's amazing if you do 21 days. Okay. So everyone, if this exercise you feel that might help you, and you somehow enjoyed the explanation, please manifest yourself. Thank you so much for your manifestations. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm watching all these hearts and faces. I know some of you are deeply touched, and maybe you are already crying at home. Allow that cry to come like a river. Tears are the way of our heart to clean and to liberate himself. So allow the tears to just flow away. If you have tears, don't repress where you are right now. Just allow it. And maybe some of you are feeling truly joyful because you have more work to do with yourself. Where you are is the right place to be, because it's your true place for now. So now practical tools to deal with loneliness, especially for the ones that you are lonely. And I want to tell you something. A lot of times, for years, I hear people, and one of the most common complaints, pain, wounds is, I have a family, but I feel so lonely. So these people, they sleep with this partner, they sleep with the kids, they even are with friends. But when we really listen from a very honest place, there's so many people that they feel really lonely. That means that this wound inside is really asking, is shouting for help. So pay attention to that. It's not only to the ones that you are alone at home and you don't have a partner or you don't have a family. There are so many people that I hear that they are deeply lonely inside of families and in a relation. Please take attention to that. This means that there's a part of you that really needs attention. Okay? So these days, if you feel deeply lonely, the first tool that I want to speak is recognize the wound of loneliness. Okay? Don't repress. Don't repress yourself, like trying to avoid this feeling. This is the worst that you can do. So first of all, be honest where you are. I'm really feeling lonely and it's very painful. And I don't know what to do now. So when you recognize where you are and the wound, you are giving immediately attention and recognition to that part. And you can say to yourself, okay, I feel this, but I'm with myself at least. The second tool is find a person, if it's possible, find a person that at least once a day you can share by Facebook, Instagram. Look, this for me is something very new. To use these amazing tools now that somehow I had resistance to use, and now you see Teresa and Natasha, we are really using it. But use these tools from modernity to help you. Find a person or two or three, but at least one that you could share at least twice a day. One in the middle of the morning and one at the end of the day. Because when you share with someone, it will be very helpful because you have this true connection with someone. You open the channel to expose where you are and how you feel. How to share. So first of all, you need to find a person that she wants to do the same. And one person speaks and the other only listen, doesn't give any advice, doesn't say, me too, nothing. Just listen. Of course, if there is some emotion here, you can cry and you can laugh. Just to tell you that I have 1.5 minutes at Instagram, then he will shut down and I will do something that Teresa will tell me here to do, and I will put again a direct Instagram, okay? So if I need to stop speaking at Facebook, sorry, I need just to do something here so we can go online Instagram again. So it's very important that you find this person that she's willing to hold space for you to speak how you feel. And then when you stop, you hold the space for this person. And only after ending first the first person and then the second person, you can entering in dialogue. So, and another thing is do this, if it's possible, with camera. If you see the person eyes to eyes, the connection is much more profound. If you see the body movement, you have the sense and the recognition of this body that is expressing much more than the sound of the voice. So if you can use the camera, so 7 seconds. So the Instagram will go down, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let me just do this. I don't know why my things normally don't work. So now I will do the same. Here, I think, is this correct? I'm becoming a fantastic. Done. Please, everyone from Instagram, just come back to Instagram that we are already online. So use the camera. Please use the camera if you have. If you don't have camera, it's okay, only by the phone. Third tool. For this tool, working with Satya, we will launch a movement that is we stay together, and you will have different awareness facilitators that they are still in training on the second year, and they will be available for 10-15 minutes of conversation by Skype. In 3 days we will launch that. So if you need to have a neutral person to speak with you, you will have this support just for you. So this is another tool, but in 3 days we will launch. Now I'm only the one doing this in Working with Satya, and now we will come back with more awareness facilitators that they are still on training, but I have my deep trust on them, and I will train them how to do these online Skype sessions to support the ones that you really need someone to speak in this solitude. Third tool, that is a very good one. You need to see what do you really enjoy. It is music, is it poetry, is a good movie, it's history, it's a good book. If you like something, you need to give at least 30-40 minutes a day to that practice. Exercise. You need to have time during these solitude moments in this quarantena to enjoy what you really like. For the ones that you have kids at home, maybe it's at night, or maybe it's before they wake up. But you need to have time during the day to really fulfill yourself and your true needs. And now you have time. So what did I do here with my family? I did a schedule. Yes, of course, it's flexible. But having a schedule of the day, we can all feel the safetiness and the time, the proper time for everything. For example, here, and you need to adapt your schedule. Here we wake up around 5:30, maximum 6. So from that time till 7:30, we don't like to speak a lot in the morning, me and my kids. So I go like this with my tea outside alone. I watch the sun comes, the light coming in, and my kids, they still love to see cartoons. And around 7:30, we have breakfast. All meals for me are without TV. Of course, when the president maybe is speaking, of course, flexibility. And we decided that meals are in English or Spanish, so I can train them in language. So after breakfast, because I need to start working with online sessions, they have totally free time, totally. They do whatever they want for 2 hours. They play games, they go to this, how do you say, what is the name? PlayStation, that honestly I hate, but I can see the value, if it's in the right moment, right time. And they really enjoy, and because they enjoy so much all these games, not only PlayStation, other things that they do, they relax because it was the first thing in the morning that they did. So while they are playing, I do my yoga. I have my yoga exercise, and then now I'm delivering medicines to the old people in the morning. But then I come back home and I do online. Then we finish everything, and we give time to family again. So we gather, we cook together, and then we speak, we laugh, and then we have lunch again with English or Spanish, and then I come here at 2. So when you are doing your schedule, and I always finish the day after this meeting and other Skype meetings with this exercise that we do together, strong exercise, so we can release emotional tension, and we can really be together doing something, and at the same time to stay healthy. I know that this is for me the way it is. You need to find time, proper time. Okay, now I will study this. I want to hear that person. I want to do yoga. And this is the most important thing. You need time to be alone. And the ones that you are already alone, you will choose a time to be alone with yourself. Because when you choose a time to really give time to yourself, that is to sit in silence, to breathe in, breathe out, to sense where you are, how you feel, you will see how this moment of true awareness of solitude will support your capacity during the day to be with yourself. So first of all, you need to be creative and to use the time to true growth. You can learn something, you can watch something, you can create something. And then you need always, even if you are alone at home, to create a space that in this moment I sit only with myself. No mobiles, no music, nothing. Just you and yourself. And like this, you are supporting the day that will go on. And the ones that you are only in the 5th day, 4th day, we are still, enjoying the relaxation and the calmness. But when you go to 10, 15, 20 days, that I hope that doesn't go there, but if it does, you need to have tools to help yourself. So, person or people to share twice a day. Moment to be totally alone, only with yourself, so you support your solitude, your capacity to be with yourself and to recognize and acknowledge where you are. And then practice that fulfill your needs. Yes, that makes you feel that you are really spending your time in something that gives you value, that teach you something, that allow your creativity to come out. Okay. The ones that you have parents and they are already in a big age, alone at home, what you can do if you have Skype and they too, you can leave your Skype for 1 hour totally open, and you go through the house and they go through the house, but they listen the movement, and that really helps many people. It's a very good tool. And then of course, when you need to be alone and to do other stuff, you say, I will call you back and we will be online again. Okay? So if these tools helped you and it's giving you support somehow, please put some symbols. Fingers, hearts, stars, moons, planets, plants, rainbows. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And you can, even if you are a facilitator, a coach, a psychologist, anything, if you find these tools at that time speaking about, or what I'm saying that is valuable, you can use with your clients. You can, you can use everything that I share here, you can use if you want, of course, if you feel that resonates inside of you. So everyone, take a deep breath. and I will start answering to the questions. Please, everyone, you can write your questions here, or Teresa, can you write me the questions that some of your questions we already received? And if you want to ask any question about your life now or about loneliness, solitude, you can do it if you want. Or about anything that you are going on or you are busy now, like fears or situations in your family, how to deal the fear. I will try. Okay, working with Satya. How to deal with my almost 4-year-old son. I am alone with him and he demands constant attention. It's very exhausting and stressful to work with him at home. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, first of all, just recognize that and you need to catch yourself when you are becoming stressful and irritated and without patience. You need to catch yourself when you are starting to be triggered. Only by catching yourself in that moment, you will have the opportunity to deal with it. So, when you catch yourself, you take a deep breath and you try to find a way to really listen this little boy in front of you, and you give immediately attention to him. If he is really demanding, it means somehow that he's craving for attention, or maybe he's full on energy. What you can do is, the first thing in the morning that you do is to give him really attention, because when we give children proper attention, and it's not with a mobile or with the TV on or answering the phone, when we really give at least 20 minutes proper attention, they calm down and they relax. And then you need to do a schedule for yourself, for your mind to feel safe with the schedule. And with that schedule, there will be a moment that you will say to your kid, Mama is working. You can play now here by my side. And you need to see if you really need to work. I don't know what kind of work you are doing, if it's internet, phones, what is it? But you need to see if you are in home with the 4 years old, you need to really see the reality. That is, when they are that age, they want to play. So you need to find ways to say, now it's mama time to work, and you play here by my side. They feel safe with mama and papa by their side. And maybe your expectations of the amount of the work is too high. So I would like to know if you are already in quarantena, or if just your daily life is like this. So I'm trying to help to support this question by answering the most general way that I can, because I don't have all the details of your situation. So first of all, yes, it's very exhausting. Maybe your expectations of the work and needs of the work are too high for quarantena, being alone with the baby. And you need to find activities where you both can relax. I don't know if you like to see cartoons with him, but if you see TV, you can put some special moments, not all day, but special time of the day with cartoons, and you just sit by his side and he's watching the cartoons, and maybe you are typing or reading a book or answering, but in a very gentle place, because he needs to feel you present in that company that he's looking for. I hope I could help you right now, only with this little information that I have. Please, if this helped someone, please manifest yourself with fingers. And another thing is, when he goes to sleep, you take time to really meditate and be alone. Even if it's only 5 minutes, you need to have time where you can come back home, not just doing things because he's asleep. You need to find at least 5 minutes a day to really come back home. And we come back home in solitude, only being with ourselves, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And if there is some emotion, you just allow that emotion to come. You can watch the video from yesterday, where I explain how to work with strong emotions that they are inside imploding. Please watch the video, it will help you. So I'm trying to see the other question that was here in Instagram. Another thing that someone asked me in the beginning was, can I have moments of solitude and loneliness? Of course, yes. It's what I was saying. It's very common that we already have some awareness, so we can really enjoy our own company and be very comfortable, and really even feeling the need to be alone with ourselves. And other moments to feel totally lonely because there's still these wounded needs that they need attention. And we are a social being, so this relation that we crave is very natural. But the more we become aware, the more the need of attention and relation starts to melt and to become and it melts and becomes transform into deep awareness of the moment. And so we accept when we are in solitude and we enjoy, and when we are with people that we appreciate, we enjoy too. Yeah. So another question. So everyone, take a deep breath. If this answer to solitude and loneliness helps you, please manifest yourself. Okay, do I need to be more clear in this? Okay, now manifestation. Okay. Thanks so much for your manifestations. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being there. It's beautiful to be with you. So next question. How to stop hoping for a resumption of the past relations and open up for new ones? You just stop. Honestly. You need to deal first with yourself. Relations that they are a true need, somehow they show us where we are. Sometimes to open to new relations just mean that you are craving for this attention and for this need for relating. But why not to really heal the wounds of past relations, that they show you your true wounds about who you truly are? You know, all the wounds that we find in relations means that we carry those wounds. It means that we don't know how to respect ourselves, that we put the other person in front of us, that we accept a relation that is not love, but we want because it's comfortable, because it's easy, because we are afraid to be alone, because so many reasons that we are in relations, and they are not about really sharing intimacy, true intimacy. To open up to new relations, for me, means that we need to pay attention first where we are. And for that, we need to be honest and to have courage enough to look what we need to heal and to give attention and the clarity of awareness, of consciousness. So I would suggest totally that you would take time to see yourself, to look inside what is going on with yourself. And normally people, they blame the others. They go through years blaming, because in this relation, because this happened to me, because this one did this, why I always have the same situations, why do I attract horrible people? You really need to look. And looking means to look to your wounds. It not means that you are a bad person. It doesn't mean that you are not intelligent. It doesn't mean that you have some problem. It just means that you have some wounds that bring you in a certain way of relationship that doesn't really fulfill you. It means that these wounds, they are eating you and putting you in a position that the way you present yourself, the way you relate yourself with others, they are not from a true space of awareness. They are from the space of the wounds and the attachments and the desires of, I don't know, sometimes even status, to be with some person, to have a financial security. So many reasons why we really relate with each other, because we are afraid to be rejected by the other person, because we are afraid that if we go there, maybe we need to stay forever. There are so many reasons. Maybe because we are so afraid that that person loves more than us. So, and everything is about fear, interest, and not real intimacy, not real. Why? Because somehow we live from that space. You understand? Because somehow these desires, superficial desires, because these wounds, they speak louder than our true essence. So I would suggest to really take time, and a true relation will come. And if it's not a true relation, will end. And be aware, how long do you take to end a relation? And what does it mean about yourself? I know a lot about this, because for me in the past, to end a relation was very hard. I would take sometimes 7 years. Imagine. And when I took the chance to really look inside of me, and I still do, I could really acknowledge all the wounded parts, all the fears, all the doubts that I had about myself. And through the way of true healing and deep awareness and allowing my true authentic being be more present, I become much more present for myself and really interacting with people from a more honest place, and even expressing and exposing myself without even wanting to know what would be the result. Because at the end, there's no results. At the end, we only have now. At the end, we only have now. So what to do? Living in fear. I took the opportunity not to do, and I hope that I can sustain this day after day, day after day, and I hope you can do the same. And the first step is, what is happening to you all the time in relations? Because that is showing your true wounds, and you need to look at that. You need to stop pointing the finger to others. You need to stop saying that the other is the responsible. You need to stop saying that the other is the wrong one. Because at the end, at least you are there to play the game. So how can you bring more awareness to yourself, so one day you can relate from that true authentic being that you are? Take a deep breath, everyone. So if this part of the answer helped you, can you manifest yourself? with fingers, hearts, planets, please, so I can really see if I'm supporting you in the best way that I can. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your connection in this moment. So, I have here another question. And how to sustain this solitude and connection with myself if I work 24 hours a day in healthcare institution? So first of all, thank you for your question. It's very important. We only can give what we have. Of course, we are in a very dramatic and unusual situation. So now people that are in these moments helping others, you will go beyond your limits, and for sure you will leave the consequence after it. So be ready for the ones that you are doctors, nurse, psychologists, that you will overcome your limits, because there's a true need. It's like a war, honestly. The ones that you are in the front line, in hospitals, the ones that you are working in institution, but you are not in this limit situation. My strong advice that I only give to my students in the school awareness facilitator is, you can't give what you don't have. You can't be who you are not. So please don't lie to yourself, especially when we are working with other person and we are going to go layer by layer to deep states of awareness. They will feel directly, they will sense, because when people look for our help, they are coming from a very sensitive and sensible place, because they are very vulnerable. So all the sense, they are activated. So first of all, you need to work with yourself, confronting your wounds, your needs, fulfilling them, healing your wounds, growing your capacity of awareness and inner observer, so you become more detached and you don't be hooked and engaged in so much conflicts, or you are not in a where you block yourself. So in our, for example, awareness school, we work a lot with awareness. That is the only thing that we have, honestly, at the end. Many people, they can read thousands of books, do a lot of retreats, but if they don't work inside of them and they conquer, and they not even conquer, they melt the blockage, they start to melt the unconscious and the stress and the traumas and the needs and the wounds, and the authentic being starts to come, this presence, they starts to rise and blossom, and more you feel calm, more and more you feel relaxed and really present. And sometimes things that you couldn't see about the person in front of you, they become even more clear, because all what before was confusion for you, and you couldn't really see, what we call clinic eye, it's because you are so inside of this busy mind and strong feelings that even if it's totally in front of you, you are not really watching, because you are busy with yourself. So for people that works with another person, of course, techniques, you need techniques, but what is the most important is awareness and present, and that only comes when you really work with yourself. So I would suggest that you ask for always a therapist or a coach to help you in your true development and your true presence. First tool for me is meditation. And for me, the basic one is silence meditation, because we really go deep inside and we help our inner observer to grow, and the detachment state where present comes, or inverse, when present starts to come to blossom, all these attachments, they start to fade away. There's no reason even for that, because we know that we are always transforming, and one day we will even die, the body, not the consciousness. So life changes, and you take the opportunity to work with yourself. In stressful moments, you need at least 10 minutes totally alone, no phones, no kids, nothing, so you can come back home again to yourself, so you can really check how I am, and through that place you can even arrange the techniques to help yourself. Please, everyone, if it helped you, just put symbols. So, thank you for your hearts and fingers and laughs and cries and plants and rainbows. Thank you, flowers, hands. Thanks so much. So I have 2 questions here that I will answer very short, because I need to end the session, because I have other sessions after. Yesterday we had 1 hour, today it's already 1 hour and a half, and I'm so happy to be with you, you don't imagine. And I really hope that I can support you the best way that I can. So here there's a question: how do you deal with the sickness of yours or your kids? Do you always look for psychosomatic reasons that created some illness? Honestly, I don't look, I just observe. It doesn't become obsession. I don't like to live from obsessive place, because it drowns us into not presence. So it drowns us to emotional states that they are very strong. I observe what could be. I observe till the information, the true information comes, and sometimes doesn't come, and sometimes it's just a flu, because kids are young and they go to the street and they don't want to use sweatshirts. And sometimes I just work a little bit more than I should, and my body gives a sign. So if it's a strong illness, yes, I would look for sure, because I would, when it's strong and chronic and a thing that even can put our life in risk, it needs true attention, and everything that can help, I would give attention. So in those cases, yes, I would look for the psychosomatic reasons. But there are other things that, no, I wouldn't give. I just would observe what might be. I hope it helped you. Last question of the day. Can't stay home. I have to go out for work with teens. How keep calm? Thought you have your own fear to deal this. So you are asking about me or about yourself? About me? No, I don't have this fear. I'm doing this voluntary work, and I'm very happy to do it. And I'm taking all the precautions. I don't know if you are speaking about this true situation, this moment. In this moment, I'm doing volunteer work. I will not stop only if the government doesn't allow me, and I will take the precautions. I'm not afraid. I really trust. And there is a true need for help. And the first help is to take the precautions. You don't do this lightly. You work with teens, or you have teens at home. If you work with teens, you are in the less, I don't know how old are you, but they can carry the disease and they can contaminate you. So please take precautions. Okay, it's about me and I have to work and I have fear. So first of all, recognize that fear and take all the precautions that you can, all the precautions, mask, gloves, I don't know, hat, glasses, and then you should expose to the teens that you are with fear, and they should respect the space. When you expose this, of course, you will become vulnerable, but you are honest and maybe they can understand you and they can help you. So you need to find a way to deal with this in a sense of recognition and with the precautions. And maybe you can ask your institution not to go to work or to work from internet. I don't know if it's possible. And when we are working with fear, our immune system goes down. So I would recommend that you speak with yourself before you enter the place and say, okay, I'm full of fear, but I need to do this. So I will do the most aware space that I have inside of myself. And if fear attacks you during the work, you come back to your body, come back to your body, and you breathe and you press your hands and you do this, or you press your feet on the ground or your body against the wall. So you come back out of the emotion body and you can come back to the ground body that is always the physical body, and you feel that you are alive and you feel that you are still breathing in, breathing out, and vibrating. So thank you, Shaima, it's you, darling. Take precautions, recognize this, dear one. And yes, especially in your case, you need to tell this to the institution that you feel fear and that you all need to find a way to become safer, and speak with the boys and the girls there, because they are so, these guys, they understand what is fear and suffering, darling. They really understand. They are in the worst position, that is, they are alone in an institution, and you are the ones helping them. Show your heart and protect yourself, darling. Protect yourself and show your heart to them, and find creativity to deal with this situation. I'm sending you so much love to you. I told them, but they don't care. Still tell them that is very dangerous, darling. Still tell them, and keep your space and do a lot of creativity moments with them, so they really understand. Show them movies, so you can bring them to awareness. And you, if you need, call them to true awareness. Say, hey, do you know what is suffering? Don't you? Now it's my time. And be strong in that. Don't be victim. They say, I'm with fear, I need respect, you know. They will understand you, and they love you. You are the ones giving them so much in these institutions. Take a deep breath, everyone. So we will go to the last meditation of the day. Before we go to the last meditation of the day, take this time to work with yourself. Take this time to grow. Take this time to rest in who you are too. This is an amazing opportunity, and I would love that in a very short future, like in a few days, we would open a chat that you could share how would be for you a good society, how would be a perfect school for kids, how would be the perfect schedule for work, how many hours, how would be the social insurance, medical care. I would love to see the ones that you are here and you are really in politics and social care and social you know, that you feel that you have something to contribute to a better society, to open a chat that we could call Awareness Society, and to share a lot of ideas of how we could transform, true ideas, not jokes, not no, true ideas, simple ideas that we could start to implementing in our society next time. And for the ones that you are artists, I would love to receive poetry, music from the DJs, pictures, drawings, whatever. So we could show at the end of each online meeting your creativity. So we could all be bathed from this creativity that can grow in this moment. We need to use this moment to blossom, and to blossom with family, with ourselves. So I will ask Teresa and Natasha maybe to create this awareness society, and the ones that you are really fond of these subjects, please just write there. And how to deal with kids, time to school for kids, what is important in school, what is important in work. So many ideas that we can now, because now we are truly vulnerable. Now we really understand how precious is life. And now we can go to these places that we can allow ourselves to flow in this creativity. So we will arrange this. We will arrange the movement We Stay Together. So if you feel truly lonely, you will have from different countries and different spoken language from awareness facilitators, that if you don't have anyone to speak, or if you don't have a true friend, you can directly call to their Skype and you can speak with them 10-15 minutes. In 2-3 days we will launch this, and the guidelines how to do this and how you can contact them. I'm here to really to do what I can to support you in this moment, but after this moment too, like every time that we are working. What an opportunity we all have here. This virus came and took everything, but didn't take the most precious thing, that is life, that is our capacity to think, to feel, to be aware, to grow, to heal. And if you see, all nature is healing because we are inside. Dolphins coming to rivers that they would never come. Veneza, clean water in Veneza. Here today, I already live in the field, but all the animals coming to the places where the cars, they come. In Paris, all these javalis, these wild pigs coming. Look, all the dioxide carbono that stopped. I would suggest that we all take time to really think, so we become the ones that we really do what really matters inside of us first, then with families, then with people that we work, and the ones and friends, and the ones that we cross. We can really do something great here. And we are already doing here together. I really honor you. I really honor your courage and your braveness to look inside of you and to become more and more aware. Thank you for sharing your life here. Thank you for giving your time to this space of true awareness. Thank you from my heart and soul, and we will always be together in this aware space. So everyone, take a deep breath. Put your feet on the ground. The ones that you are in lotus position, feel the heaviness of your body on the ground. Press your feet and feel how solid is the ground. Take a deep breath. and another one, and another one. And today I invite you to visualize in the center of your chest a lock there. And somehow you find the key in your hand. And you look to that key, you look to that lock. And you put the key inside and you open that lock that is closing a door. And you just open that door. And you see that is opening the door to your heart. And your heart is the most beautiful place that you can imagine. Maybe for some of you is the beach, other the mountains, the deserts, others the sky full of stars, the radiant sun, clear water, clear sky, snow, big storm full of power. It's your heart, the most beautiful place that you can find. And for now, you just sense that sometimes you have your heart locked for so many people. And how many times, sometimes you isolate yourself because of the fear of being rejected or neglected. Or sometimes you just reject other people because you have such a critic mind and judgmental. And now, just for now, you drop everything, you drop that, and you invite the whole world right now to your heart. There's no regrets, there's no guilt now. Just human beings in a big global retreat, most of them full of pain and full of fears. And you open this big heart of yours, embracing everyone, saying, I'm here for you. Even if we don't agree, if we don't talk anymore, even if we have these big conflicts, I can't forgive, but for now, I can hold you. Like Pachamama having a big rest for now, she can rest of who we are, or we pretend what we pretend, the wounded place. For now, no wounds, just a big heart embracing everyone. And just you feel so calm, so peaceful. You are so immense that you have space for everyone. Take a deep breath and say thank you to yourself for such a big heart. Breathing in, breathing out. And for the ones that you are afraid that you can sustain so many people, you just see everyone coming to their homes. And you say goodbye and you say, at least for now, we were together. Breathing in, breathing out. And for the ones that you have space, you can keep the entire world inside and you can live your life with the world inside. And that world will help you to expand more awareness, more compassion, more true acceptance, letting go and melting judgments, critics, and wounds. Breathing in, breathing out. And open your eyes. So everyone, please send me some symbols if this session really supported you. And we will meet again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Portuguese time. Just saying that we are so blessed to be here all together. I'm very blessed to have you. I'm very blessed to share this space and these moments with you. And let's keep on being together. Let's stay together. And let's use this moment to expand who we truly are, to expand our true awareness, our true essence. Let's expand ourselves. And through that, and to do that, we really need to be brave and courage to face what we have. So every day we have these online meetings with exercise, answering questions, and then we will have awareness facilitators all around a lot of countries, not all around, but many countries, that they will support you every day for 10-15 minutes. I will send how it will function. You can read here at Working with Satya Facebook. I'm available for 10-15 minute sessions too. I will answer to all the emails that I can, and let's have great time together, but using this time with awareness and deep conscious and conscious, true conscious. And remember, you don't have anything wrong with you. It's just an opportunity to really come back home again to yourself. So see you tomorrow with all my love, and thank you for your time here with me. Now we'll close eyes here and here too. All the hearts coming. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Thank you so much for all the symbols and message